What's up, guys? Today, we will give you the best reviews of iPhone 14 Pro Max. In our early testing, the design of iPhone 14 Pro Max doesn't look that much different on the outside than the 13 Pro Max. But the differences are more than skin deep, and the dynamic island is a genuine change for the device. iPhone 14 Pro Max is the underground star of the Apple Far Out event. iPhone 14 Pro Max is quite similar to the iPhone 13 Pro Max, but there are some significant upgrades in the camera, screen tech, notch and functionality. In this video, we will give you the best review and also we will let you know about the upgrades of these devices. So, like this video, comment and also subscribe to our channel for more video. Well, before we go to the design, let's talk about the price. The iPhone 14 Pro Max will start at $1,099, which is $100 less than expected. iPhone 14 Pro Max design. As I mentioned, the iPhone 14 Pro Max isn't going to differ significantly in design over the 13 Pro Max. Holding the new iPhone 14 Pro Max is a really familiar feeling if you've used the 12 or 13 Pro Max before. The sharper, squared-off edges are just where your fingers are used to them being. And most people's thumbs will need to perform the normal gymnastics to reach across the phone's screen. The physical mute switch remains, and there is no USB-C connector at the bottom, as you might have expected. Apple is going for Lightning for at least one more year, and that will be of relief to all of those wondering if they had to replace their chargers. The stainless steel band around the outside is still the fingerprint magnet that it always has been, and also there is no SIM tray on the side below the volume buttons. iPhone 14 Pro display. The design is the same, but there are few changes in the screen. So let's look at that. The iPhone 14 Pro Max display has got one huge change. The notch is gone and it is replaced by one long pill. Nope, that is just a software who is doing the hard work for your eyes by filling it in for you. Apple's iOS 16 is creating this pill and can use the screen in between to show small notification lights. It is called the Dynamic Island, which got a laugh when it was announced, but it will probably quickly go into standard Apple vernacular in no time at all. The nice thing is it morphs and moves depending on what you're doing. When you played with it, you could start music and have the album art at the top. Also, you could have the timer sit next to the notch or just tap it to get to your playing music. It's a genuinely cool feature, and Apple has sprung something for surprise. The iPhone 14 Pro Max screen has got something cool on display. It is not revolutionary or anything, as brands like Samsung have been offering this feature for literally years. It looks nice, and it is something iPhone users have been crying out for many years. It's more feature-rich than we expected, with widgets, wallpaper, and the clock, all still showing when this phone is locked and off. You will need to do some playing with that to decide whether you want to show all the widgets or not. iPhone 14 Pro Max camera. There have been some changes in the 14 Pro Max camera. The iPhone 14 Pro Max camera upgrade is mostly centered around one element, 48MP sensor. This means that you can have a wider gamut of photography styles, and you can take higher resolution pictures or get improved low light capabilities. The combination of the more pixels can manifest by itself in many ways, but one of the most impressive will likely be the ability to combine the 48MP into one 12MP image, smooshing together the pixels for high-resolution, low-light imagery. Apple is claiming twice as good low-light imagery in its testing, but we couldn't see the same in the bright testing area. But the onboard processing seems smart. At full resolution and zoomed in, there is real clarity to the images that Apple has likely achieved by putting together the enhanced pixels and computational photography from the new A16 chipset. The overall effect is strong, and there is also now a 2x optical zoom, where the phone crops in from the 3x sensor to give you a middle ground between the 1x and 3x zoom lens. The sensor is the largest Apple has ever placed in any phone, and the 48MP snapper's 1.9 micron size is going to let in a lot of light. There is also a new action mode, like cinematic mode, that will allow you to have smoother videos when you run. Another one that is going to need a good test to monitor, but it looks a lot smoother thanks to the onboard smarts of the 14 Pro Max. iPhone 14 Pro Max battery. If the claims of enhanced efficiency of the A16 chip are true, that means the 14 Pro Max will be able to last longer on battery. One thing that might make a difference here is the amount of information on the always-on display. You can show just the time or have a full wallpaper and widgets that dull in and out when you turn on the phone. That could affect the overall longevity of the power pack. But if the rumors of the larger pack inside are true, then you could find even longer time between charges. iPhone 14 Pro Max A16 chipset. The biggest talking point in our eyes is the speed at which the iPhone 14 Pro Max can run. It is obvious that Apple would want to make sure that the Pro models are the most powerful in the world to justify the extra cost. but it is clear that this is a step upwards. Again, it is hard to understand how powerful the iPhone 14 Pro Max is without running benchmarks and, more importantly, trying it in real life. But we can't see many applications that would truly tax the inner power of this device. Apple made a big deal on stage about the enhanced power of the iPhone 14 Pro range, even if it is not quite the jump in silicon prowess that the iPhone 15 will offer, and in the hand, it is hard to say many people would ever slow this phone down. For more updates, stay with us. Like the video, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Until the next video, please take care of yourself. Thanks for watching our